What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Last day of the NBA Jam Session play-in edition. 4 teams in action, 4 teams looking to avoid their season coming to an end. 2 teams will punch their ticket to the playoffs and earn at least 4 more games. 2 teams we won't see again until the 2025-2026 NBA season. Man, the stakes are high. I'm pumped up. I'm excited. I'm ready to give you guys my thoughts, my opinions, get you guys the information you need to know, and get you guys in and out of here, man. And hopefully we come out green on the other side. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Money making Friday, man. I'm excited, man. I'm pumped up. Playoffs start tomorrow. Playoff edition of the Jam Session starts tomorrow. Let's do the damn thing, man. Let's close out the play-in edition on the right foot. First game on the board. Got the Atlanta Hawks at home at the crib. 1.5-point home dogs with the Miami Heat rolling in. We've seen these two teams match up 4 times this season. The Hawks won the first 2 meetings. They both were in Atlanta. Miami won the next 2 meetings. They both were in Miami. Honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot to take from that. What we've seen from these last 2 teams recently, I think, is more of an indication of what to look at. Last time we saw Atlanta, they got obliterated by the Orlando Magic on the road in Orlando. Orlando pretty much dominated that game from start to finish. Hawks had a really good run in the third quarter, cut the lead down to 4 or 5 points, was within the number, and then turn around and died yet again. Orlando extended out the lead and beat up on the Hawks for the remainder of the game, and that's concerning. Letting a defensive team like Orlando score as many points as they did against you is really concerning for the Hawks. We saw Trae Young get ejected in that game, was really frustrated. Kind of started acting a little childish towards the referee. Referee wasn't having it. So it just wasn't a great outing from Atlanta in that game. On the Hawks, really outside of Trae Young, I'm worried about their experience. I'm worried about their readiness for the moment is basically what I'm saying. For everybody not named Trae Young over there and the way he looked in that last game, I might be a little concerned about him in this game as well. On the flip side, the Heat, they looked really good in their last game. They beat up on the Chicago Bulls. Was a dominant, comfortable win. They jumped out on them early, coasted to a win for majority of that game. I'm not worried about any of that for Miami. We discussed that last time we talked about Miami. This is a veteran team. Head coach, been there, done that. Multiple NBA championship rings. Their best offensive scorer, Tyler Hero, he's been in the finals, been on multiple late Eastern Conference runs. Same thing with Bam Adebayo. Same thing with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins has won an NBA Finals, been on and around, some of the all-time greats. So I'm not really worried about how he's going to perform in this moment. Some of Andrew Wiggins' biggest moments were in some of his biggest games. So the Heat they don't have the best top-end talent, but they got a lot of guys that have been there, done that, and I'm not worried about them necessarily in the moment. I like the Heat in this one. I do. I think the Heat win this game. Heat culture. The Heat are a playoff team. That's usually what they are. Atlanta, I'm a little worried about this team and their future. The Heat, when we bet the Heat, we've mainly trusted them more so on the road than we have at home anyway. I like the Heat here in this one. Tyler Hero has a chance to do one of the funniest things. He has the chance to vindicate, one of his biggest criticisms on his career. I don't know if you remember, but a couple seasons ago, Tyler Hero came out and said that he's in the same airspace. He's just as good as Luka Doncic and Trae Young. Many people, pretty much everybody at the time said, all right, Tyler, chill out, bro. I know you got the song out right now by Jack Harlow. I know that you're a really good second option on a team doing well in the playoffs for the Heat alongside Jimmy Butler, but let's take a chill pill, Tyler. It's kind of what everybody was saying then, but now Jimmy's gone. Tyler's the number 1 option on this team. battling it out with Trae Young, mano-y-mano. Here's a chance to vindicate all of that, man. And the way Tyler looked in that last game, the way he's kind of looked here down the stretch, I like him for his points total over tonight. I like the Heat to win this game tonight. From a total perspective, I would like an over in this one as well. I worry about Atlanta's defense. You let Orlando score that many points on you, I definitely think Miami can do the same, especially with how good Miami was down the stretch offensively. You can kind of question their level of competition, but you can also say they just started playing really good basketball as it started to matter more. So, points in this game. Atlanta's an offensive style team. I think their defense is a turnstile. I think Atlanta's going to get theirs offensively, though. I like an over. I like the Heat to win this game, and I like a Tyler Hero points total over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to do more props and more totals in the postseason this year. I really am. Let's keep it rolling, man. We head over to the last and final game of the night. We got the team from Dallas out on the road facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies, 6.5-point home favorites. Last time we saw these two teams, Dallas, man, they obliterated the Sacramento Kings. It was the Klay Thompson legacy vintage game. Klay Thompson got absolutely busy in that last one. The Mavs are a tough team to read because we haven't seen them healthy for extended amount of time. We haven't seen the lineup that they're going to be fielding now play extended amount of time together. So it's not necessarily know who they're going to be. You can't really look at Dallas's numbers and take anything from them because of how banged up and injured they were post All-Star break, and they were a completely different team pre All-Star break when they had the Luka Doncic. So Anthony Davis missed extended amount of time. Lively missed extended amount of time. Their starting lineup hasn't played a whole lot of time together. So it's not a whole lot of data to be taken from the Dallas Mavericks right now. All we really can point to is that game against Sacramento. And they looked really good in that game. Dallas is big down low. The two-headed monster down low with Anthony Davis and Derek Lively is going to cause, if they were able to get past Memphis tonight, and Memphis is going to cause them issues down low. We saw Sacramento really struggle trying to score points in the paint. And we know Sacramento's not a perimeter-style team. They shoot a lot of pull-up jumpers with DeMar DeRozan shooting a lot of mid-range. Sabonis doing a lot of back-to-the-basket work. That shit didn't work against Dallas. In order to beat Dallas, you're going to have to beat them from the perimeter. Memphis is way more capable of a perimeter team than Sacramento is. Bane, Ja Morant, while they can get to the basket, they can kill you from the outside as well. Jaren Jackson Jr., I think, is a different monster maybe than Sabonis might have been. Sabonis is a monster, but I'm just saying a different style of monster. It's going to be interesting to see the cat and mouse game these two teams play in this one. Memphis on the other side. We saw them lose their last game they played to the Golden State Warriors. They did cover in that game, which was a good sight to see if you're a Memphis backer, because Memphis post-All-Star break was terrible from an ATS perspective. Pre-All-Star break, the Memphis Grizzlies were the number 2 ATS team in the NBA. They were a money-making machine pre-All-Star break. Then they dealt with a lot of injuries. Then they fired their coach. And post-All-Star break, it has been a nightmare betting Memphis. I want to say they're the worst ATS team in the NBA post-All-Star break. That's how bad Memphis has been from an ATS perspective of recent. But it was a good sight to see them cover in that last one against the Warriors. They shot themselves in the foot. They had a chance and multiple chances and opportunities to maybe even win that game outright. They did fall short in the end. They're at home tonight where we trust them. There's two teams I've yapped about for the last couple seasons about being of that ilk at home at the crib. Y'all know who one of them is. Ball Arena. The Denver Chicken Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib, up there in that elevation. The other one is the Memphis Grizzlies. We love betting Memphis in Memphis. It was hard doing so post-All-Star break with how bad they were from an ATS perspective. But I still believe they're a different team, monster, and animal at home, at the crib. Friday night, too, I'm expecting this venue to be absolutely jumping tonight. I think Memphis is much better from a defensive perspective on the perimeter and down low than what Sacramento was offering. I'm still worried about Dallas and how they're going to play in certain stretches of the game. We saw Klay Thompson get really hot in that last game. If he's going to shoot like that, nobody's going to beat the Mavs, really. But I think Memphis is going to have a much better perimeter approach on Dallas. It's going to come down and fall on the shoulders of Anthony Davis. And I don't know if he takes him to the promised land. I don't think he does. It's a tough game. But honestly, I think the line tells you what you need to know. Memphis is Memphis is double possession is what I was trying to say. Double possession favorites in this game for good reason. Dallas has the built-in excuse already. You know, wait till next year. We're going to be a championship contender when we get healthy, when we get some cohesiveness. Watch out for us. Is the built-in excuse for Dallas. This was the season from hell for the Mavs. On the other side, Memphis, man, they already fired their coach, man, and missing the playoffs would be catastrophic for this team, for this franchise. At home Friday night, back up against the wall. I think they go balls to the wall and set up a really good playoff series with the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies in the first round. Two of the younger teams in the NBA battling it out. I think is how this one ultimately plays out. It's probably going to be a close competitive game majority of the way through. Then Dallas goes on a anemic offensive stretch where they just can't put the ball in the basket. Memphis takes advantage of it. Memphis wins this game by double digits in the end when it's all said and done. I like an under in this basketball game. And the man that ultimately has the best game on the floor tonight, I think, will be Ja Wick himself, Mr. Ja Morant. I'm going to take Ja Morant for his points total over. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all, man. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Money Making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Last day of the NBA Jam Session play-in edition. We will say goodbye to two teams tonight. We won't see them until the 2025-2026 NBA season. Two teams, the other two, will have at least 4 more games underneath their belt. Tomorrow, Saturday, we start the NBA Jam Session playoff edition. 4 games kicking off tomorrow. Y'all know I'll be here to give y'all my thoughts, my opinions, and the information you need to know to come out green on the other side, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.